What's going on, everyone? My name is Donovan, and tonight I'm excited to share with you a unboxing of the brand new device from Google. This is the Google Pixel 3a, and quick shout out to Google for sending this out to me for review, along with a ton of other reviewers. So awesome of Google for taking care of the smaller reviewers. Very cool, so shout out to them, and thank you to #teampixel for letting me be a part of #teampixel. So with that being said, this of course is not going to be a box that everyone's going to get. If you order the device from Google, you're going to get a little bit less than this, but this is what they sent out to me. So first of all, a little bit of a surprise here. I was actually expecting the Google Pixel 3a, not the XL version. So I'm actually excited because I tend to like the larger phones anyways. So the XL version, very cool. And we have a little tote bag here, and it looks like it's made out of recycled material. So we got the Google logo on one side and #teampixel on the other. They also sent out a little card here saying that they wanted reviewers to be the first ones to have it, so very cool. Also, 1 month free trial of Google Fi, which I will be utilizing for certain. We have a little pop socket here with Team Pixel logo on it, and of course that's going to stick on the back there. And we have, of course, the phone. And one more thing, nice, they sent out a case. Now, unfortunately, I ordered Pixel 3a screen protectors, so I'll have to go ahead and order some Pixel 3a XL screen protectors because, well, those 3a ones just won't fit this device. So set the box off to the side. So very cool. I actually really like these cases, so we'll take a look at that in just a little bit. So this is all about this device, and let's just go ahead and say it. First and foremost, the thing that probably is going to be the #1 seller of this device is the price. So this is actually the price of the 3A. So I'm going to slide over here to the 3A XL. So there it is. Nope, it's still not coming up, so let's try that again. So these are going to be the specs of the 3A XL, but the device you see here is actually $480. If you pick it up from Google, I believe they actually have $50 off if you start Google Fi service. If you pick it up from Best Buy, rumor has it that I believe if you order it up through May 15th. I could be wrong on that date, so I'll make a corrected date down there in case I have that messed up. But I know you can get a $100 Best Buy gift card if you activate it on Verizon, so that's awesome. So definitely, if you're on Verizon and you're looking for an upgrade, $100 gift card, why not pick up the Google Pixel 3a XL or the 3a? So that being said, I'm going to go ahead and unbox this thing. Obviously, I think the biggest and #1 seller of this device is going to be the fact that it has the exact same camera on the rear as this device, which hands down is the best still photo camera on a phone still to date. I have not, at least in my experience, I have not had a camera that can match the algorithms, whatever they've done in software here with the Google Pixel 3 XL cameras and the Google Pixel 3 cameras. They're just fantastic. Now, in terms of video, they're not the best. They take great video, but the audio quality hasn't been fantastic over the period of the device. Now, the Google Pixel 3a XL is available in 3 different colors. They sent out to me the clearly white version. You can see it's in 64 gigs. So that whether you get the 3a or the 3a XL, you'll get a 64 gig version because that's all that they offer. So I'm going to go ahead and slide it out of this plastic, or maybe I'll just do the whole, I guess people like that. Oh, did I pull it? Nope, there was no screen protector. Okay, good, because I ordered a screen protector. So let's go ahead and I'm going to slide this over next to my Google Pixel 3 XL and just kind of compare the size of these two devices. So this one has a 6-inch display, and it looks like they're pretty similar. Actually, the 3a XL looks a little bit taller. So I have the black version of the Google Pixel 3 XL. So obviously, in terms of screen size, no question this one is smaller, well, because it doesn't have that notch like you have on the Google Pixel 3 XL. And you can feel the plastic here, so this is definitely plastic versus the glass back over here. There's definitely a texture difference there, but other than that, very similar here on the back. So of course this one's white, this one's black though. And this one doesn't have, the black version doesn't have any kind of accent button, where if you have the white version of the Pixel 3 XL you would. But this one of course does, because I have the white version. We have our volume rocker power button up here on the top. That was a surprise when I was watching the announcement of the device, the fact that it has a headphone jack when the 3XL doesn't have it. That's interesting. Interesting choice by Google. So we have, I'm thinking, a speaker and a microphone down here, USB Type-C of course, and no wireless charging on this one, but it does have a 3600 milliamp hour battery. And we have our SIM tray over here. Now this one also has an eSIM, because if you look over here, it says that basically you don't have to have a physical SIM, because there is an eSIM there that you can use with Google Fi. So that's very cool. We'll go ahead and get it set up here in just a second. But the other things I want to mention here as far as why you'd maybe want to pick this up. So this is running the Snapdragon 670 processor. We'll go ahead and do some Geekbench scores just to see how this compares up to some other devices. Obviously, it's not going to compare to what you get on the Google Pixel 3 XL. This has that Snapdragon 855 processor, 4 gigs of RAM, 4 gigs of RAM, but again, only the Snapdragon 670, but I'm assuming that's probably going to be a pretty decent performer. I'm thinking this has dual speakers, because they say stereo speakers in their advertisements for it, so that's not going to be different. Obviously, they're not both going to be front firing like you get here, but still pretty decent. Now, here you also have two cameras, so we have the ultra-wide camera and the regular camera. Here we just have that single camera, so you can see it's over here on the side of the Google Pixel 3a XL. But other than that, fantastic device. So no wireless charging, no water resistance, and then just a single front-firing camera. But other than that, this is a very solid option for a very budget-friendly price of $480. We'll call it mid-range price, maybe not budget-friendly. But let's go ahead and get this thing set up and take a look at what we get for that Geekbench score. Alright, so I got the phone mostly set up, and I want to go ahead and run through just a few quick thoughts on the device so far. So first of all, you can see here the Geekbench 4 scores. So we have a single core score of 1625, multi-core score of 5170. I want to go ahead and compare that up to some of the other devices you see here, some of them being very budget friendly, other ones being more expensive. So these three are flagship devices, the Google Pixel 3 XL, which of course you can see has a higher multi-core score, 8329, single core score of 2338. Now this device over here, this is the UmiDigi F1. So this is only a $200 device, and you can see the multi-core score on paper would indicate that this phone has a faster processor. Now in reality, I can definitely say that just from first instincts of playing with the Google Pixel 3a XL and playing with this one, there's no question that this one feels faster. Obviously, we're going to do more testing of that over the course of time, but for now, you can see that this one does, on paper, have a higher multi-core score. Now, this is the Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus, so this one has the newest Snapdragon 855 processor versus the 845 processor of the Google Pixel 3 XL and the Note 9 here. So you can see these are running around 8,000, 9,000 for the multi-core scores here, and over almost 11,000 over here with the newest 855 processor. So that being said, what will this device be like to use on a day-to-day basis? Well, the 670 processor will definitely hold its own. There's really not much you can't do with a multi-core score of a 5170. In general, I would say you're probably going to get pretty solid performance, and so far it does not feel like a very slow phone, but you know, that could change over the course of time with only 4 gigs of RAM. And a couple other things that I wanted to point out here. So first of all, this definitely does have stereo speakers. So let's go ahead and, so we'll cover this up, and you can still hear it up there. All right, so I will do some comparisons up to some other devices. Obviously, it's not as good as having dual front-firing speakers, but honestly, the difference between having it here versus having it here is not a huge difference. So definitely awesome on the speakers. This one does only have a 1080p display versus over here on the Google Pixel 3 XL, you do have the Quad HD display, and of course, this one's more of a full screen display, and you can see the difference difference when you have this one. This is the F1. This also has a 1080p display, but there's no question this one looks better in terms of just the fact that this one has an AMOLED display versus over here we have an LCD display. But notice this one has a 6.3-inch display versus a 6-inch display over here. And the footprint of the UMIDIGI F1, and this is even with a case on, is a little bit smaller. So this one obviously has much bigger bezels. So, you know, it'd have been nice to not have such large bezels, but you can't complain too much. This is a $500 phone. It does have dual speakers, awesome cameras on both the front and back. Overall build quality, you know, of course, you know, having, I don't know if plastic is better or worse. Obviously, it'd have been nice to have wireless charging, but of course, you know, at that price point, you're going to lose a few features. But overall, I think this is a fantastic device so far. Now, obviously, a lot more testing needs to be done on it, but for right now, I'm just going to go ahead and say that I really like the Google Pixel 3a XL. You can check it out in the links down below. Shout out to teampixel for sending it out to me for a review. Thanks for watching. I hope this video's been helpful for you, and I'll see you all next one. Peace.